What is happening, YouTube? All right, so today on the Top Hat Guy, I'm gonna scoot the chair back actually. So let's go. There we go. All right. So, anyways, I kind of have a real, I have a very controversial take today that we're gonna go over. Okay, so I watched brand new Spider-Man Brand New Day. That's what this whole video is going to pretty much be about. That and talking about the comic books a little bit, because I've read a couple out of order, and then I've also watched numerous videos and audiobooks. Sorry, allergies and throat shit today. Anyhow, so going over all that stuff though, for the most part, I gotta stop saying that word. I've got to say, okay, well, let's start at the beginning. Loved the first half. I would even gave it maybe an 8 out of 10 from the first half. I do want to say, given Jean, and we're just going to jump into it, so before I even continue saying or finishing that word there, or that name rather, spoiler warnings. If you have not seen this movie, don't watch this video from this point on, okay? Just know, before you click off, just know, give it a shot. Definitely go watch it for yourself, because I am more of a critic than most people when it comes to entertainment, so I don't enjoy things as much as most of the people would. If you have never seen a comic book, or a video about comic books, or if you've never read a comic book or listened to an audiobook of a comic, anything to do with the comic books, and you just love Marvel movies, go check this movie out. You're gonna love it, 100%. You're gonna love it. It's fun. It is fun. If you love the Hulk, you're gonna enjoy a part of it. I'm sure you've seen the commercials, so I don't think I'm spoiling anything there. All right, now, anyways. Spoiler warnings aside, and now you've been warned, we're going to jump right into it. So, first off, everybody, Jean Grey. Woo, we got the X-Men, technically. Technically, we got the X-Men, people. Let's cheer a little bit. I know, Snowflake, I'm excited too. I was super excited. Oh, she is super, look at that. I know, I'm excited too, baby. She is so happy about it. We love the X-Men, don't we, baby? So, yeah, I'll keep on it, don't we? So, we have a guest star now. Well, short, brief, but, that's what the best guest stars usually are. Don't take up the whole... Oh, she's adorable. Okay, so anyways, though. Jean Grey was introduced, and oddly enough, as the villain of all things, which kind of makes sense if they were going to go down the route of Dark Phoenix, and I feel like that's what that we're trying to parallel in the end, but we'll get to that. We'll get to all that. I'll explain all that, but first off, Jean Grey. It is Jean Grey. It's revealed that she's got these powers that are not, I get it. It's she's got the same powers as Xavier, but more powerful because she is the Dark Phoenix, if you don't know. Yeah, shocking if you didn't know that, but go watch the fucking Fox movies, guys. Come on. If you didn't know that, go watch that. But anyways, in the read a comic book. She's the Dark Phoenix. She ends up her origin story, for the most part that I know of. I mean, she probably has a couple that I might have not read, because again, I've only listened to one full story arc of hers, and I'm sure that most people in all the comic books have several kind of similar but different startings, and anyways, but as I know it for hers is she, her powers awakened, the Dark Phoenix powers are awakened, and everything's going to shit like that. The house, I think she's in I don't know if she's in a house. I might just be picturing the fucking movie, if I'm being honest here at this point, but mixing those two up. But anyways, what I do know is both Eric and Charles goes and helps her out, tries to help contain her, and I imagine they both are trying to, in a sense, want her for different parts of their side, their allegiance, her allegiance for either one of their sides. And I'm sure that is Again, I haven't read all the X-Men comic books. God, I wish I have. That would be phenomenal. If you guys want to be charitable. I'm kidding. I don't need your charity. But yeah, though. So what I do know of it though is she's pretty much saved there. She's saved, and they kind of compress. They don't eliminate. Don't, you know, just take it out of her and put it in something else, you know, like some comic books do and shit like that. No. They just kind of, if I'm understanding it correct, they kind of compress it, or kind of like the device that they use in this Spider-Man movie, which got me pretty excited when I heard that. When I saw that, I was like, oh fuck, this might be what they're gonna use for Jean later on, and it obviously works because it suppressed her in this movie, right? So there might need maybe a little stronger version of it or a more detailed version of it, but I mean, I'm sure Reed Richards could get whip fucking some up. I mean, he's gonna be in this soon. So I know that's a whole different universe, but they're gonna collide. If you haven't seen the trailer for that one, they're 100% gonna collide. That's gonna be exciting as fuck. But getting ahead of myself, even though the post credits ain't getting too ahead of myself. So, anyways, the whole thing is VMAX is what she's searching for, and it being Jean Grey and me being me overthought this whole fucking thing, and immediately when I saw VMAX, I thought, oh shit, Xavier isn't able to reach her. He's trying to tell her about the X-Men telepathically, or tried to telepathically, and it just either her psychic abilities being not compressed yet or colliding with his, and she, instead of her hearing X-Men, heard VMAX. I know I went way too deep into this. My friend, my good buddy was like, dude, I think you're just doing like mental gymnastics here. I was like, am I? and then I even laid down the whole, listen man, VX dash literal M's on both. Max, men, and then literal same number letters left. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm getting excited. Just different, you know, like, you know, AXEN. Like, I mean, I didn't think that was too much of a reach since it was Jean Grey. If it was another character, maybe. I told him maybe. I was like, maybe, man, but like, I don't think I'm too crazy for thinking that this movie's gonna end with Xavier or Scott. Like, I didn't think I was. And I'm gonna tell you how I would have ended this movie too. Because I think this would have been genius. I think it would have been brilliant, beautiful, set up the next movie, set up the whole Dark Phoenix saga too. But again, getting ahead of myself. So we'll get there. So anyways, it ends up, you know, the whole VMAX thing is nothing. Absolutely nothing at all. It's like oh, my birdies are singing in there. Sorry. But it ended up being absolutely nothing at all. Just trying to subvert your expectations, and it ended up being the vent right above the torture chair is what I'm gonna call it, because let's be honest guys, it was pretty much like a torture chair. So that her sister was trying to go out and tell, you know, psychic connect with her and tell her just anything. That's all that she could tell her. That was, I mean, I'll be honest, it was a cool idea. I don't mind that idea. I don't. And I loved all the comic book snapshots. I did appreciate that. I want to go up and forth. And that's why I want to say, again, the first half was phenomenal. But at the same time, I really wish we got the Spider-Man from the last half through all of Tom Holland's movies. Now, I understand completely they wanted to give us something for him to literally lose and then build up for. I get that. I completely comprehend that. I do. I know that was their idea. They wanted to really build everything for Peter Parker to lose, so it meant more when he did lose it all. And that's a cool idea. It's just, why did you have to nerf Spider-Man to do that? I don't get why that was necessary. That's kind of the only criticism, and I think that was the biggest criticism most people had for Tom Holland's Spider-Man. And while a lot of people didn't stick to liking his for the longest of time, and again, that's not fair to him. Fantastic actor. I think he did fantastic in Uncharted as well. I think he's a really talented actor. I think he's just a really talented acrobatic, if I'm being totally honest. I've seen some of his fucking jumps and his like I saw on the Spider-Man Evolution, it showed like some of his I think audition tapes, I guess. And that was just really cool to watch him like do the flips and shit for just and just, you know, all the stuff. But I know all of them have probably gone the rope and did some crazy shit for it. But like, he did seem like, I mean, I'll be honest, he seems like he had most of the ability that a Spider-Man would be able to have. And I mean, that's nothing against Andrew, that's nothing against Toby, that's nothing against the writers for both of them. But what it is kind of more of, if you was gonna do that, like knowing, which I get it, they had the ability to put Spider-Man in just like Ultimate Spider-Man, right? That seems to that's how I like to connect the Tom Holland Spider-Man is the show, The Ultimate Spider-Man, where he's like with, excuse me, sorry, when he's like trying to kind of show S.H.I.E.L.D. that he can work as a team and all this and that. I haven't seen all of this Ultimate Spider-Man either, but I've seen some of it, and it was pretty good. It was pretty good. Elsa girlie, are you whining now too? First the birdies, now you. After this video, I'm gonna have to see what she wants. Here, actually, I'm gonna pause this for just a second, guys. Sorry about that. Turned out that the little one ate all the big one's food. Didn't leave any food left for the big girl. All right. So anyhow, yeah, that's nothing against the other ones, and that's nothing against Tom Holland either. I just believe that they started out nerfed because because he had so much help, and they wanted to act like the suit mattered, like did something different than what Spider-Man could do. I just like, okay, Homecoming as a movie was pretty good. I enjoyed it. I can sit down and watch every single Spider-Man honestly and be like, yeah, this is a pretty good time. Even the third one from Tobey Maguire, guys, come on. If you can't sit back and just, you know, at least laugh at a good movie, like, and I'll call it a good movie. I will. I think it was a good movie. I don't think it was the best. I don't think it was, but I also don't think it was an absolutely terrible movie. Like, yeah, it was, you know, when he had the Venom suit. I think they did Venom completely. Don't think they really understood the concept of Venom's character very well in that movie, and they really should have made Eddie Brock like big, or at least Venom bigger. But you know what it is what it is, right? It's done. It's done. It is what it is. So aside from that, though, we're not talking about all of that. We're talking about Brand New Day, and in that was a big surprise that made most of the movie for me. I do not know what's wrong with this dog today. But anyways, I don't even know if y'all can hear her, but she's making some weird noises. The Punisher. They put the Punisher in, not just in the movie, he is like a co-star in the freaking movie, and it is phenomenal. It's so much fun. Like, my favorite part of this movie was not Jean Grey, it wasn't even Spider-Man, it wasn't even just the Punisher, it was the banter between Peter Parker and the Punisher. Like, so good, just so good. Oh my god, it was so good, so funny. And it's perfect. It's exactly how I would imagine them talking, and all I was saying here was like, man, if only we had Wolverine here to just... Guys, I'm gonna have to pause the video again because of this dog. I'm so sorry. We're gonna get through it. I'm so sorry, but dog first. All right, sorry about all that. That's okay though. Got to take care of the babies. But anyways, yeah, I think it would have been hilarious to with the Punisher and Spider-Man's banner between each other was just absolutely hilarious. I said it to Peter Parker earlier, but he didn't find out he was Peter Parker until the very end. But anyhow, I think two people would have been more like just equally as hilarious to add in this conversation with the two already involved. Wolverine or Deadpool, either or would have been just hilarious to have here. But it was just so much fun. That's why I'm wanting that, because I can just see it being even more fun. Like, can you imagine? Oh, and I'm sure we're gonna get it. I'm sure we're gonna get it eventually. Because, like, I mean, John kicks ass playing the Punisher. He's so good. And Tom, he does a fantastic. I mean, Tom ain't going anywhere. As much as there's some Tom haters, excuse me, Tom Holland is not going to go anywhere. He's going. They're going. They have got him set up to do the Young Avengers, and listen. I hope he does it. Tom, I hope you do it, man, because you're fantastic. Don't let the haters hate on you. Don't let the haters get to you. You can let them hate all you want. If you don't have haters, you ain't living this life properly. You ain't big enough. That's how I see it, man. You're doing fantastic. Keep it up. So, now, how I would have done this movie, because how it went is not how I would have done it. I would have, first off, I thought we was going to get Mysterio, not Jean Grey. I thought the possessions was going to be Mysterio, guys. I thought, they keep doing this to us. So, that aside, sorry, had to had to let that off my chest. I've been thinking, like, I thought we was gonna get Mysterio all the way back to fucking in WandaVision, okay? I want my Mysterio in here, man. And like Mysterio literally is the one who wipes the memories of everyone knowing Peter Parker anyways in the comic books. So like, I just like, why? Why not put him in right after? But again, I was excited that Jean Grey, and Sadie Sink is a fantastic actress. She's phenomenal. I think she's done to do fantastic as Jean Grey. I really do. I have no idea who they're gonna get to be Scott. If Sadie, if you don't know who Scott is, go go read the comics or watch the animated series or something, girl. You gonna want to know. But anyways, oh man. So yeah, I thought we was gonna get Mysterio, so that was a bit of okay. Like, and I wasn't sad at the time because for one, I'm still watching a new movie. I'm curious how it's gonna play out, and then they kind of subverted my expectations a bit and was like, and it was fucking Jean Grey. So I was like, cool. Like I heard rumors that Jean Grey or Rogue might be in this movie. I think that was just because they the source says that Rogue probably just mixed Jean Grey and them up for whatever reason. I guess because that was the original main female cast other than Storm. You cannot leave out Storm, guys. But anyways, they did today. They did in that movie. I think that would have been the cool, really cool to have. Like, but anyways, I don't know how you would have fitted her in. But anyways, I'm sorry. Moving on from all my many tangents to talk about it, because I'm just really passionate about the X-Men and just these movies and stuff. They're fun. They're fun. I love my entertainment, guys. I love it. So yeah, we didn't get Mephisto. We got instead Jean Grey as kind of like a villain with powers she doesn't necessarily have, but does. Like, that's not how her powers work. She is a telekinesis, like she has telekinesis and all this. She's got like psychic powers. I think they call it telepaths. And there's so many like descriptions I've heard of it at this point in time with all the media I've consumed. I can't quite remember, other than mutants, what they call it in X-Men. Most people just kind of race them together as fucking racist mutants, right? Like, or just mutants, and they're just, most of the population is racist against mutants. That's the whole. That's kind of Eric's whole thing, right? Why he's racist against humans or non-mutants is because there's a large population of humans that are racist against mutants, right? And that's the whole X-Men. Anyways. I love how, that there's X-Men and then there's My Hero. The two just so take the same concept of mutations told vastly differently. But anyways, that is another tangent aside. To go on to how I would now. How I would have made this movie is, it's fine using Jean Grey. It's I probably wouldn't have had her powers like this. I would, if I was gonna be using her as the person, I would have just let her maybe possess one person at a time. I don't have the vast knowledge of knowing how powerful she was before the Dark Phoenix powers awoken. So, like, I don't know much about her with her. So I know she did have a sister in the comics, so that was comic book accurate. I just don't know that storyline too well, or vaguely at all, really. So I can't really sit here and say much on that account. However, what I would say is that's how I would probably have her powers, just one at a time rather than a link over and over and over with the only 33-yard kind of radius kind of thing. That was very specific and weird, and I don't know. I'm gonna have to do more research on why it was exactly that. But aside from that, what I would have done is that was one at a time, and then I would have. I'm perfectly fine with the VMAX ended up being the subverted expectations kind of thing with the vent. I would even kept that, but then while she's on the bus, I would have had Charles in her mind saying, "Did your sister tell you about the X-Men?" That would be all I would have changed. Just Patrick Stewart's voice in her head while she's right there on the bus at the very end. So we have a connection to the X-Men following up, right? Maybe even have Scott subtly sitting beside her or behind her. You can see the glasses when you see the frame after you hear the voice. You can lock onto that. I would have done that. That's exactly what I would have done. And then setting it up for the next movie, she's going through the stages of grief about knowing about her sister's now completely dead. She knows that 100%. She's going through it and just imaging how she died while in that chair as her sister, though. And then that awakens her Dark Phoenix powers, right? And that's when Charles and Eric walk up and do what they do and start the Dark Phoenix saga. This is exactly how I would have done it. That's what I would have done. The only thing, that's all I would have done differently. And then I would have also possibly had the dude from Damage Control, the black guy in Damage Control that they spared in the end, that ended up being the whole villain and everything, the leader of it. I don't remember his character's name at all. At all. I'm sorry. There were so many other things going on. And we've been shown so many leaders of Damage Control or characters in Damage Control. I don't know who to actually remember, really. But anyways, I would have had him meet up with Mystique as, transform as someone else. And then when he told everything that happened about Jean Grey, and then you hear Magneto's voice tell him to leave. Or better yet, you just have Mystique tell him to leave, and then she says something about, we found the Dark Phoenix, and Eric, and then you just hear Magneto's, Eric's voice say, "Perfect." Boom. That's how I would have ended it. With both scenes, right? Because we don't even know what happens to Damage Control guy. We needed an ending for him. I had a huge problem with them, because they had the whole Spider-Man getting shot, so that they have the Punisher carrying Spider-Man in a hospital, just like in the comic book scene. They let go of everything else, and I'm not gonna do that. I wouldn't do that. Why would you do that? You could set up so much here for the next X-Men movie or for Secret Wars. It seems like that might be how we start. That could be how you started Secret Wars off. Is the last crack in the egg that collides all the things is Dark Phoenix's powers going all crazy, right? That could be how Doctor Doom from the other realm finds this universe in particular, and is like, perfect. But I guess I digress, because I'm sure that could have been used for Spider-Man's No Way Home situation instead. But I think it would have been good. That's how I would have done it. That's exactly how I would have done it. And literally having you know, that meaning the sister was trying to tell Jean about X-Men, but because of so much stress, all she could get out was the first thing she saw looking up, which was the ventilation shaft that said VMAX, which was so close to X-Men, that's what came out instead. That's how I would have played it. Still subverting expectations like you wanted to, and then using those subverted expectations for a reality of what it was supposed to be. Perfect story writing, guys. Do I need to get up for here and write movies for Marvel? I will gladly do so. I could use the fucking paycheck. That's for damn sure. But y'all gotta get me in there to do it. But anyways, that's how I would do it. That's how I think about the movie. The latter half, where I would say, from up until, like, including the Hulk fight, I would say it was an 8 out of 10. After, literally right after the Hulk fight, everything after that, including the Spider Awakening powers, was like a 5 out of 10 for me. It was just, I was sitting here and I was like, after the VMAX was revealed, that's when I kind of really lost it. I was like, I'm tired of them subverting expectations. And then when it had no payoff, when there was no Xavier with Jean Grey in here, like, that was what's gonna hold me on to it. I was gonna be like, listen, I'll rank this a fucking 10 out of 10 if Patrick Stewart's in this fucking movie in the end, or Ian McKellen, either or. I would love me some Magneto in this bitch, obviously. But neither happened, and that made me sad. Instead, we just got the Spider Tracker showing off-world completely in the post-credits. We didn't get, unless I missed a fucking extra credit, we didn't get we didn't get Xavier, we didn't get Magneto, we didn't even get Scott, man. Nothing. Like, you couldn't put Scott on that bus with her in the background, and like, really? You couldn't do none of that? Now watch there be Scott now, and I just didn't see it. I'll hate myself if that happened. It'd be okay though. It'd be okay. Anyways, that's how I would have done it. That's how I would have done Spider-Man Brand New Day. That's my thoughts on Spider-Man Brand New Day. Leave a comment down below. Tell me how you thought of the movie. You can shit on me for hating it so much. I don't hate it, by the way, but you're going to probably be like, you didn't love this movie, so fuck you. I mean, I know some people are like that because everyone is gurgling over this movie right now. And I mean, again, it was an okay movie. It was pretty cool. I have my criticisms about it, and I don't think they should have just dropped it where they dropped it, because they did. They just kind of dropped it. They didn't, I don't think it got a real conclusion of the movie. Like, we just see Jean on a bus. It don't have any sign of where she's going. We don't even get a conclusion of the damage control fella. Which I just gotta say, was it obvious for everyone that damage control was the villain here? Because it was so obvious to me. Like, the second that he went in there and they all pointed guns at him because he wouldn't take off his mask, I was like, well, this is obviously the villains, right, guys? Like, are we really trying to say? Honestly, as soon as you find out that it's Jean Grey, how do you not know? Oh, okay. Well, they're the bad guys. Obviously, right? But anyways, I think that was kind of the point, though, we were supposed to know. Like, you know, we were supposed to know Jean Grey's going to survive this. She's going to be the good person in the end. Or at least not the villain. Like, she's not going to be the villain. So yeah, that's Spider-Man Brand New Day, guys. That was it was fun. It was my favorite scene was definitely Punisher going against the Hulk, and like, why are you there, man? Even Spider-Man was like, dude, this is way above your pay grade. This is the Hulk. And I mean, he knew it. He knew it too. He was like, what? You just trying to get out of finding the Hulk? And he was like, yeah, kinda. Or I think he's like, yeah, I guess. One or the other. I can't remember if he says kinda or I guess. But it was the same thing pretty much. Alright, so yes, guys. That is Spider-Man Brand New Day.